In Rigsthula, sections 32 to 40, what we see is the birth of Lord, and what I suspect is the foundation of the claims of white supremacy, shall we say, or the mandate for the Aryan master plan that sort of would have been used by the Nazis. Say, blonde hair and eyes like a viper or a snake. So there's a lot more to say about that, especially with when you go back to the peasant class, the slave class, and what it says about the colour of their skin. And you got the middle class of the free men, which is, I don't know, everyone else. And then nobility. I mean, it's easy to see how this story can be taken and put to dark purpose. That's what I'm going to say. I'm being generous with my words. It is undeniable, really, that anyone with an ulterior racist motive in a Sartre can take Rigsthula and go, look, it says it here. These are the actions of Rig Heimdall, and this is the mandate as it should be by a god. But obviously, without getting too convoluted, there's something about Rigsthula that this is not a tale or something that's of the gods, more something that's being related, suggested that it's a god. Arguments for and against, I suppose. What's interesting, obviously in the latter part, or the mid part I should say, is that Rig comes back for this child, claims the child, and sets about teaching them the runes. Obviously in the old sources, the runes are power. Something Odin says himself, that runes are power. And I can expect this is one of the reasons why there's a little bit of debate over if Rig is actually Heimdall or if it's Odin or someone else. I've got a little side theory will put into a video just for, I don't know, putting a different take on the identity of Rig. But yeah, Rig claims Lord as his son, teaches him runes, and then goes, go conquer and claim lands and inheritance, because that's what I'm telling you to do. Go make war. And he's successful. I mean, really, the narrative and things that are mentioned in other texts, having knowledge of how to use the runes, being skilled in warfare, conquering, should be pretty much a straightforward affair. And then finally gets married, and is happy. So yeah, there's a slight shift in the balance of the meter, if that's the right term, on the way the story is told. It's broken what's been established in the first two, sons being born and the lower classes. Now it's upper class. It's the structure of the story has altered, probably catching you off guard if you're telling this to an audience you're sort of the audience is expecting the children and that, not the warfare and bloodshed and return of Rig. So we are nearing the end of the tale. There's still a few little twists and turns, interesting observations, and during the course of today, while I've been thinking about this as well, I've also decided that what I'm going to attempt to do is add my imagined conclusion to the story, because the story does end abruptly, which there's a lot of speculation can be done and probably has been done by scholars about why that is, or what might have been the conclusion to the text. I am going to attempt to do that, and I'm going to throw in my little wild card idea into my imagining of how Rigsthula should have ended. So that's my commentary for this section, with a little bit of extra rambling. Lucky you. Yeah, cheers if you're still here. Bye.